Good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you at. We here. We are here. Looking for a pretty obvious short. Look for a little pushback up to enter short. I think that's kind of the obvious thing there. The only thing I'll say is that ES is at a key level here, 7,004. I did take the short at the end of the day here. I wasn't streaming, but the break of structure here, I got short at 991, and I took it down to the 941. Had two micros, took one off here at 66, one off at 41. You can see down here is where that low resistance liquidity kind of ends, 834. So that's an area that I'm going to be watching. I want to see this wick taken out ultimately. You also have the 863 area as well, and we'll kind of go from there. But looking for some sort of a bounce back up to be able to enter short. Did take one short up here off this retest of the 9 EMA right here. And I just took it for 10 points. Just nice and easy. Kind of one of those kind of get you over kind of trades. Let me see here. For some reason, I'm not seeing any chat. Let me refresh it. Hopefully this thing doesn't do that stupid something went wrong crap again. Or it's just nobody chatting. There's no chat yet? I don't know. I am not sure. Let me open it up. There we go. Showbit's here. Targeting 865, yes. Actually, ultimately. So this is 50% of the range. This is OTE. So 50%, 61%. You know? What up, Smokey? RW in the house. What up, Black Phoenix? Yeah, just making sure it works. I don't know. Smokey Bear, what up? Let's make some money. That'd be the goal. I'm going to short every touch of the EMA, guys. I'm not going to be shy about it. That's what we're going to do. I do need to get my ES levels marked out. I don't have those marked out yet. Let me see if I can go ahead and pull those up and get those marked out. Let me just put the levels in right quick. Let's see here. Let's see. 69.98, Mancini saying. If we can hit 69.98 and recover 7,007. That is a good one. It's a low quality long. If 98 fails, ES probably starts a proper sell in retracement of today's strength. 69.86 is next support. Remember my core rule, no knife catching is allowed. Most of the time the ES sells and goes elevator down and does not care about supports for a few minutes to a few hours. If we are grinding in 69.86, one can try a bid here. But if it's a knife down, don't touch it. Instead, wait for 86 to hold and recover 93 to try. Alrighty. 69.93 was a low set at 10:30 a.m. We sell into 73 to 69 below there. This is a strong support. So 73 to 69 is a strong support area. I didn't read this yet, so we're gonna put that in there. I like to put a little box in there just to tell me that that is a support zone if we get into it. All right, here we go. All right, we touched the 9 there. I think for the loss of the 90 here, to try it. I'm going to try a little short here. Let's go for, actually, let's go ahead and run down to the 63. Why not? What do we got in the morning? CPI, right? A little CPI action tomorrow. All right. See if we can get this pushed lower. Again, I'm very late to this. I mean, I'm just taking it off the 9. It's just holding it. So, again, if my draw on liquidity is down there at the 63, I mean, Mancini says if ES loses that 98, it's going to be a pretty hefty sell. So, we're at 7,004 right now, so we got a little more room. A little more room. Not a whole lot of pops going on this evening. Just grinding lower. Max in there barking up a storm. What's new? We're back. Not that we ever went anywhere, but you get what I mean. Yeah, if we get a little more of a pushback up, I actually don't even mind adding into this. I don't mind adding into this. Might move the stop up a bit higher and go that route. We'll see. We will see. How's everybody doing tonight? Anybody taking any trades? Or are you just hanging out? Yes, bouncing off that 7,004 level, which was a little bit of a resistance turned into support earlier. So we'll see if it gets through 7,004. I think there's a decent little rundown. DJ, I'm in the short. Water fasting staying out. I'm in the short. Why not? What up, Tim Korth? I'm obviously late to the short. That's okay. Look for a little bounce back up so I can maybe enter on my fundeds. I mean, we don't really need like a big bounce. You don't need a big bounce. Just need a little bit of a bounce. We don't need anything cray-cray. Finding a little bit of support here. Still think we break down into the 860s. Maybe even down into the 830s. We'll see. We shall see. I need to post that newsletter. And I also post this newsletter right quick. Eating ribs, let's go. I had hot dogs for dinner tonight, chili dogs. Trying to post this newsletter. Kind of difficult with one arm here. All right. Got it done. What up, Mo? Took 2 shorts on the Nasdaq. You're up 30 points when did the grind slow down to the downside. So obviously you need a green candle in the 15-minute. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? What I think about the rally today? I don't know that the Powell news had much to do with it, to be honest. I mean, it was a pretty basic day, to be honest. I mean, like, what was the move up? And not even 300 points. I mean, really not even that big of a move. What was that? 266 points. I mean, that's about an average day in the Nasdaq. You know what I mean? I think that's about an average day in the Nasdaq. So really not really that big of a move. Just kind of a grinder. I think ES being near the all-time highs kind of just dragged Nasdaq higher. Now ES swept the all-time high. And now it's kind of pulling back at this point. Well, it's not that far off of it now. What, 10 points? So ES is still really holding up here. What is it? 725 to 705, 20 points off of it. So ES is really kind of really holding up here pretty strong. But yeah, I don't know. It's more or less a normal day. So I didn't think it was that big of a day for the Nasdaq. It was all right. It's fine. If you got in early, nothing wrong with that. But I don't know. It felt pretty normal to me. I didn't feel like it was like parabolic or anything like that. There were no real pullbacks, which was interesting, right? I'll zoom in a little bit here, make it an opportunity for an ad. How did the inside buy do tonight? Oh, we just got the first inside buy. It's only 8 points. Back to 901. The downside is not going to give up half of its volume, its present value on the day. I'll look for that pushback up to the 900 here. It may give us an opportunity to re-enter the short or add to the short here. I really don't mind an add. Max over there chomping away on his food. Boom, boom, boom. ES back up to 7,007 there. We're going to add here. And I'm going to target the 63.50 on this ad. It's kind of the same setup that I normally would take off the 21 EMA there, just using the 9 instead. Test of the 9, push back below it. You take your ad. Typically on this, I'd probably just target the low here, 81. But I think we're going to push down into the 63. Or do we just target the low? I don't know. That would be 10 points, basically. I'll take the low. For 10 points. 3 spread? What's silver got going on? Craziness? Gold with a nice possible. Yeah, you could see a little breakout here in silver. Again, I talk about these 5-minute trend lines on silver and gold. And look at that. That is setting up for a potential breakout. Target 1, target 2, target 3. Gold's kind of got the same action going. The same action. Yeah, 3 ticks, pretty big spread there on silver there, DA. Is going lower first? Maybe. Again, that's just outlining what could happen. It doesn't mean what will, right? It could push all the way down to 82.340 before you kind of get that next line break to the upside. 82.340. That kind of, if we look at it, that kind of ends that trend line, right? We got a trend line here. This is, that kind of ends this trend line. So it would make sense for it to kind of make its way down there. I'm just saying if it breaks structure to the upside, you could see a quick run. Dun, dun. You bought a sandwich, turned my back for a moment. The sandwich disappeared. Your dog was so happy you got a lady. He ate your sandwich, yeah. Let's go, Lady Creek. Nice job. Yeah, we had a really nice move yesterday. I mean, I ended the stream and it just kept going. The sling is back. Yeah, so basically, got to wear the sling for 4 weeks, and it should heal naturally. The problem has been, he said the reason why it hasn't healed is because effectively every time I lift my arm, I re-injure it. So every time I lift my arm, I start the process over. So since I didn't leave the sling on, if I'd left the sling on, it'd be probably healed already. But as you know, I was wearing it at first, but that was just on my own accord. That was not because of any doctor recommendation. So, good morning, Poco. Probably was a tuna sandwich. A tuna sandwich. What kind of sandwich was it? Joe just licked your face. No one likes tuna. No one likes the tuna here, Madman. He's trying to get in her pants. Spoiler alert, at least in the movie, he did. Yeah, exactly. I actually went there, Madman. I'm sure, a lot of people have. I went to the Fast and Furious house and to the little deli or whatever it was when I was in Los Angeles. Oh, we pick up on it, Madman. We pick up on it. Tuna sandwich with dried tomatoes. See, I knew it was something like that. I knew it had to be something like that. Shh, DA, don't tell nobody. Not yet. All right, DJ, gonna call it a night. Had a good run. Not gonna blow it. Let's go. Yeah, don't take any trades tired for sure. Thank you, man. You only have oil dip tuna sandwich. I don't. Man, when's the last time I had a tuna sandwich? I'm not a huge like. I don't know what it is about tuna, but like tuna tastes good, right? But I haven't had one in a long time. Oh, you got to watch it again? Yeah, for the first time. I would say the same thing, Madman, about like American Pie. I don't know if you've ever saw American Pie. That was the funniest movie I'd ever seen in my life when I watched it. I was like, oh my God, this movie is hilarious. I actually watched it over at Husk Williams' house. He rented it, and he had watched it and told me about it. So I was like, all right, let me ride over and and watch it. So that's where we watched it at. Stifler's mom. Salt crackers and pickles. That does sound pretty good. Oh man, is this really gonna one or two tick me here? No, it's not. All right, I was about to say. Dried tomato pickle. It worked really well with tuna sandwich. Yeah. Let's go, Leo XV. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. I don't know if I should take this off at 863 or not. I think that kind of aligns with the 98 level there on the ES, potentially. So I'll probably see what happens in that area. I mean, that's a really good target. That's 50% of the move up. It's a wick inside a fair value gap. It's a really good target. Ultimately, I do think, though, that 834 might get tagged, and so that's why I'm kind of targeting down there. But I'm going to see how price reacts to this area. If we soup this area, which means we wick down and get a nice big candle back up, then I probably just move my stop into break even. We don't want to see it to kind of wick that area. Yeah, I got it marked out down there as well. Mine on the 5-minute. So I like the 5-minute chart here. You can see the gap of the 5-minute chart is at 840, about 845, we'll call it. So this wick is sitting inside a gap. So that's why I like it so much. Really good target. There we go. Starting to finally get a little more expansion lower here. But yeah, on the 1 minute chart, the gap is up a little higher here. You got a double gap on the 2 minutes. 1 minute chart's probably a little higher there. But again, we're not going to be unreasonable here. We'll see how price reacts to this level. If it's kind of a little suit play, then we'll get out. Cucumber. I like cucumber. The problem is, like, it makes me burp when I like taste it for like the whole day. So, yeah, Momo, exactly. Again, I could just take the kind of low-hanging fruit. Could just kind of take the low-hanging fruit there. At 863, I think that's a very manageable target. So, yeah, 30 points is nice, Lost Penny. Can't argue about that. You love spinach. Spinach is not bad. I usually eat it on, like, you know, New Year's Day or something. I don't eat it that often during the year, but yeah, it's not bad. I actually like most vegetables. I mean, I like Brussels sprouts. I don't really care for broccoli. I like corn, green beans, black beans, pinto beans, any kind of beans I like. Lima beans, I'll eat them. My mom used to make those when I was little. Not my favorite, but they're edible. So, let's go, Harrison. Nice job. Pinto over black. I get both. Like when I go to Barbaritos or Chipotle, I get black beans, pinto beans, rice. I like ground beef, cheese, tomatoes. I don't get a lot of stuff on there. Lettuce. I like the burrito bowl. That's what I go for. Double the size? Yeah, it could be. The thing is, I don't know. I don't do so well doubling my size, but there's some validity to that. I like to average in once I kind of got confirmation. I'm going to take a short in my funded accounts once we get a reasonable push back up. I've not really gotten one yet. Either test the 21 EMA on the 2 minute or the 5 minute or something like that and give me a push back down below the previous candle. Boom, 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 boom. But right now, not much to do, guys. We're just waiting. Let's get comfortable. Why not? Let's get comfortable. You like Bach Joel? Joel? Yeah, I don't eat that kind of stuff, but you know, like I said, I am a little bit picky. I know you guys are like, oh, you eat bologna, you're not picky, but trust me, I'm picky. Picky about what I like. What I like. slow tonight on silver compared to last night. Up 1K. Listen, $1,000, DA. That's amazing. Amazing. I mean, silver did have a nice push down. One mini would have paid $10,000 if you shorted exactly the top. We do have the top of the hour coming up. We've got about 20 minutes before the top of the hour, so just kind of holding this and seeing what happens. If ES can break through 98 here, we can really have a nice push lower. Again, 65 is 25 points. I don't know if I should just take it or not. Ms. Saint, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Yeah, I saw that, DA. I saw it. Excellent job. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very, very good. What do you guys think? Do we take the profit at 63.50 or do we target 35? What do you guys think? What is the best idea? Drop it in the chat. Do we take profit at 63.50 or do we hold for a glory down to 35? Dun, 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 dun. Miss Saint says 63.50. Miss Saint, that was not an option. I'm just kidding. I do like the whole numbers myself too, the wholes and the halves. At the evening opening, it just dumps and gets bought back up during London. Exactly, Mo. That's one of those things. I'm only in one early, just one right now. If we push back up, I will be in more though. If we push back up, we'll be in the funded accounts too. Husk Williams going live. Let's pull him up. Eat bologna, you could survive any part of the world. For anyone who eats bologna, no. I can't. I can't, man. I can't. I die. I have a good relationship with Hannibal. All right, pushing lower here. Retested the 9. I'm looking for ES to break below 98 and get going so we can get this move lower. Very slow, but we'll see what happens here. 25,740 is looking mighty tempting for an overnight swing short. Yeah. That's kind of what Husk was talking about. The problem, like I was telling him, like you don't really know what's going to happen in this zone, right? You have no idea what's going to happen in this zone. If we get through this zone, then you got a couple of pretty good targets down here. You got low resistance liquidity down here. You got 632 down here. You also still have the new week opening gap down here in the 400s from last week. That's unmitigated. So you got room, big room down, if we can kind of break through a couple of key areas and really get going. So the man said, any thoughts yet? Mo, yeah, I posted them in the Discord. Basically, I can show you. So a low quality long for him. A low quality long. So I don't even normally even write down the low quality longs, but I'll show you. This is his low quality long. That's his low quality long. This is his high quality long. Sweep of 86, recover of 93, go. And then this down here would be A++ long, which would be sweep of 64, reclaim 73. But he did say if we lose, he's saying if we lose this, that you're going to have a nice fast move down into that. So that's kind of what we're watching. So we'll see. We shall see. Can't get my headphones on. Hard to do stuff with one arm, guys. Really hard to do. Really difficult to do. Thank you, Mo. Appreciate you. Coming into the new 15-minute candle here. Again, if we push back up in the 21 EMA, I don't hate it, and I will look for an ad. He has an IQ of 200 and you only have an IQ of 150? You think your shepherd has more of an IQ than you? Uh-oh. Let him give us some call-outs. Possible ad area. Possible ad spot here, possibly to get in on my funded accounts as well. I could use the 9 EMA just as I normally use the 21. But I don't want to be that aggressive. We've done that once already. But let's be patient here. If we get an opportunity to add, we will. If we don't, then we don't. That's okay. Playing fetch with him, and he will take the ball and drop it by your feet. Oh, kind of sleepy, guys. I'm kind of sleepy tonight. Didn't get a nap today. Just kind of grinding. It's just not really moving that much. Oh my goodness, this is thing. What are we doing here? This thing's just not moving, guys. Don't make me fall asleep over here. Oh. I'm just kind of waiting, guys. Not much to do here. We're already short, so looking about whether we get an ad or not. It's mainly the only question here. Or if we get an opportunity to get in on the funded accounts. But see kind of what we've gotten today. Bear flag, break, right? Little bear flag, break. So we'll see kind of what happens. Ugh. The last few 1 minute candles have not really moved on the ES here. Non-existent. All right, we're into the macro here. Last 10 minutes of the hour. Ow. I'm tempted to add here, but I'm going to wait. A little bit of a bear flag break. Again, we're going to see what happens. If you're just joining us, we'll see what happens here at the 63. That is a good target. My ultimate target is 34. It's playoff time. Yeah, I don't know, option man. Who's playing tonight? I think there's only one game tonight, right? I don't even remember who it is. See if we get a little bit of expansion here. Can the ES push right down into that 7,000 level? Needs to get below 98 to really hit that target down there at 830s. Again, we could just take it at 863. I mean, that is 25 points. Oh, Pittsburgh versus Texans? Nice. I have to pull that up. What time do they start? Eight o'clock. I might check it out. I might check it out a little bit. Who you got in the chat? Pittsburgh or Texas? Houston Texans. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, true. I still can't get used to that. It's weird to see. 7 minutes, yes. What up, Futures Trader? How's it going? All right, let's see what we get. You only watch NFC? Gotcha. Bouncing off the 7,002 there for the ES. Let's go, Pats. They won last night. I caught a few minutes of it. All right, let me get some. Let's get some jams going. Miss Saints likes the Patriots too. The Patriots. Yeah, my friend Stewart's from Boston. He loves the Patriots. The Pats. New 5-minute candle in about a minute. Oh, I want to go back to that. Give me that music. I'll take that one. Yeah. Join the short. Your entry is my exit. You're short, Eric, or you're long? Oh, you're 20 minutes from the stadium. So is he. Well, I don't know if it's 20 minutes. He lives in Stoughton. I'm sure you know where Stoughton is. Parker one time and I played in the same room as you. Do you still go there? Yeah. Option, man. Somebody else asked about it earlier. I'll try to get one set up. I'm short too, Eric. I'm short from 890. You're next door in Canton. I have no idea where that is. But yeah, he lives in Stoughton. I'll be coming back up that way in the summertime. We're going to go to Yankee Stadium. We're going to go visit a lot of stadiums up there. Probably check out a Mets game. Go to Fenway. Maybe make our way up to Maine. Say hey to Pine Tree. Oh yeah, I'm sure he knows. All right, we got about 3 minutes for the Tokyo. What are we going to get? I need to adjust my chart. My ninja chart, I gotta lean up to adjust it. We're comfortable over here. I got to get comfy. Got to slouch down in the chair, get comfy. Offer end of day deal on a 50K like once every 3 months or so. You'll get a 90% off on those. They had it for like 2.5, 3 straight weeks, maybe like 2 months ago or a month and a half ago. So maybe in another 45 days or so, we might get another one. They're currently 45% off, which is not a lot, but if you want that similar account, you could go with My Funded Futures core account or a $77 code MM, or you could go with a Take Profit Trader 50K or 25K. But our Lucid My Funded Futures trade day offers the end of day. I forgot Take Profit Trader does switch to intraday trailing once you're funded, so maybe trade day. Yeah, the Lucid Flex is good. It's all the same, water fasting. It's all the same. Tokyo, Asia. I mean, like, really, like, it's just a different name. It's all the same. Something opens. That's all I know. Something opens. All right. I hate this sling, guys. That's why I haven't been wearing it. I can't stand this thing. Cannot stand it. This thing right here bothers me, man. Bad. Gosh. The Nagasaki open. Whatever that means. No wonder he looks like someone put him out of the freezer. Yeah. Yeah, option. That's what I'm saying. It does. All right, got to pay attention here. Might have an opportunity at open. Yeah, I have a broken, well, it's not broken. It's a separated shoulder, effectively. I could probably take this off, though, this right here. Because the other part of it keeps it glued to my arm. I think it's a dump DA, maybe a fake up and then a down, but I could be wrong. I mean, who knows? All right, here we go. There it is. Yeah, I was wrestling a gator. No, this is where I failed during baseball season. Still has never healed. So I have one of the things around my waist that keeps my arm glued to my side, and then I also had the sling over my shoulder. Wrestling them guiders over there. Getting them guiders. Trade Oracle howdy in the house. I'm sure Oracle killed it today off that big booty bounce. Yeah, it's all right option. I have a pretty high pain tolerance in general, but for the most part. Going to look for an opportunity. Do we get it? I mean, that, don't want to speak too soon, but that didn't do much. It's pretty mild. Pretty mild. Been in it for the past few days. You got oil off the trend line? Let's go. I did see that, Oracle. I did see that. Oh, you go with cortisone? This is not something that can be really fixed without, you either have to have surgery or let it heal on its own. And he assured me that it will heal on its own as long as I wear the sling. The longer I don't wear the sling or don't wear it correctly or whatever, the longer it takes. Can I turn up the volume? Hello? Hello? What I could do, Oracle, is bring it a little closer. All right, what about now? Is that better? What up, Curd? Fake up, short-lived the bull side, and then we'll have another dump. Oh man, what it's trying to do is trying to bait me into shorting now on my fundeds and then popping. Not going to do it. I got to have a little bit of a push up here before I can do it. Thank you, option. I want to see a pushback up at least into the 21 EMA on the 2 minute, and then a pushback below the previous candle. So at this point would be the 873s. All right, here we go. We are getting that, potentially. Max is barking. Whatever that means. I knew it, market. I absolutely knew that shit. Not getting me, bro. Breaking all the rules. $40 seconds left on this candle. Yeah, could be. Jonathan, I don't really play music. I'm listening to it myself. Your target 25,942. Could be. I don't think it's going to get back up there, but I could, it could. $63.50. Oh, almost dropped my phone. Yeah, no giveaway yet. I kind of did one earlier today, so I don't know if I'm doing one tonight. Fix us a hot plate. So if we can push below 71.50, I think that we can get a bit of an expansion candle into the 63 potentially. You're mainly on ES Trader. Oh, thank you, option. Hey, Theodore Brenham, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Holding up here 77s for now. Yeah, I wasn't on the stream today. I had to go to the doctor. I'm on tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. I did enter this trade on some funded accounts. Risking 10 points here. I'm going to move the stop into break even at the low. If and when it gets below the low, I'll move the stop to break even. Yeah, pretty much every night option, man, at some point. Different times, 6 o'clock on Sundays, and usually like somewhere between 7 and 8 every other day is what I'm trying to do. Boom, boom, boom. We just entered. See what happens. Again, I'm kind of watching that that low area to just move my stop into break even if we get it. Really, on these trades, you really shouldn't be moving it to break even, but your first target should be the low. And then your next target's an obvious level lower, which is obviously 63.50. So push it down, push it down. Twiddles thumbs. Yeah, there's not much to do, right? This is what this does this time of night. It'll just kind of chop around and then it'll make the move. Question is, are we on the right side of it? I don't know. Silver Bulls are tired. Let me see. They're trying. They're trying. GC's kind of pushing now too. Trying. A little bit of weakness there, but trying to go. They need to try harder. Yeah. Drink a Red Bull. I might need one. I am tired. And this slow ass market is not making it any easier. It is not making it easier. They had wings last night? Yeah. Tonight they're glued to the floor. Yeah, Jonathan, it's not for the weak at heart. Because it is very slow. It takes some patience. I want to see expansion below the slow. Expansion. All right, break even. Now let's see if we can make it down to our target. Sometimes $200 spread. That's crazy. Kerr, drop it. Blow down on the screen. Do something. No. I mean, theoretically, I could just put my stop here at 83 and risk 6 points. Do I do that? Let's do that. I'm going to leave my stop right there. Risking 6 points. $12. I think that makes the most sense. Keep it to where it needs to be. And we're only risking 6 points for 14 points. So, better than a 2R. I mean, I could just take this up to 10 points. But I think we get the 63. I really do. I just have to be patient with it. Just got to display a little patience here. Yeah, Curtis, it's one of those things where, like, it's okay. Up against the pivot. Do I have the pivots on? Oh, I don't see one. I have them on. I mean, ES is at a 7,002. It's at the whole number here, so we got to expect it to take a little bit to chew through that. I mean, at the end of the day, if it stops this, is it that big of a deal? No. I could just take the 10 points, but I just think it's going to move down to that level. Maybe. 861. I like it. Biblical. Punisher's long. Fade me, bro. Don't fade me, bro. We need you to tweet something. Yeah, but it's got to go in our direction, though. The silver says they've let the Bulls have some fun a little bit tonight, this afternoon. What we got on the silver? Just chopping. Silver really is just ranging. So close to blowing your account. Uh-oh. That sucks, Punisher. Zoom here. Design knob in the house. All right, so if we make a new low here, I might move my stop into break even then. Because that would kind of be another swing there. But I really need to leave it where it's at, to be honest. I think that's what I'm going to do. User ZY shorting all night long. Yeah, I agree. Short every pop. Add to every pop. Short the pop. At least until London. And then London it probably reverses. Probably reverses. I think I'm going to add one here and then take it off. Kind of a resweep of the low here. If it does pop back up. And if we break the low, then I'll just think I'll move my stop into break even. Tagged in. We'll give this a little bit of room. Let's see what we get. Easy. Probably should have started with 2. I don't know. Been fine. Oh, yeah, lost penny. It could be. I mean, we could get a push back up. I may give this more room. I'm not sure. That's a great reaction. It bounced off your short 10 times. Come on, you can do it. Break it down here. I like that it's moving back below the 9. Needs to kind of break the low of this previous candle here at 73 and a quarter, though. We're kind of in an idiot box here. Good news, we are short at the top of the box. Top-ish of the box. Oh, come on. It just wicked it, didn't close below it. Yes, bounced off that 7,002, getting a little pushback up. I'm putting this stop where it's supposed to be on this trade. So still risking 6 points, $25. I'll look for another opportunity to enter. I'm not going to, this is where the stop's supposed to be. Do I think if I left it higher, it could still work out? Yeah, I do think it can, but just put it, let's be disciplined here. Let's put it to where it's supposed to be and leave it. You look for 890? Yeah. Might not be a bad target if you're long. I don't like it. So I'm going to get out of it on my fundeds. As soon as I got out, it went lower. That's all right. I just didn't feel good about it. If I don't feel good about it, I'd rather just take it off. Close your short and it dropped. Yeah, I just did that too, Kurt. I mean, but here's the thing. I'm still in it over here. I just didn't feel good about it. So I was like, I'm just going to take it off. Takamura, I don't think it's anything, to be honest. If they send me a letter, I'll wipe my ass with it. Let's put it that way. That's what we'll do. Very, very weak case for those clawbacks from a legal perspective. But if you voluntarily do it, then that's on you. I don't think you need an attorney, but some people might think you do. If you're easily scared. You just got the letter. Where are you at, Takamura? Where are you located? California, did you receive it via snail mail, Takamura? Because if you did, that's not legal service in America. You can't just mail somebody something or email them something and consider that legal service. It's not. It's not service. So in that case, I wouldn't even respond. Harlan, so fast track trading, if you received a payout between September the 21st, I think, to December the 21st, they filed bankruptcy and went out of business, so they're asking for a clawback. Oh, so you received it certified mail. Yeah. So you have to take it seriously then in that case. So they filed bankruptcy, and the court's asking for some of those funds back. They consider it preferential treatment if you received a payout during that time. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, Takamura, keep this in mind. I've seen several of those settled for around 20%. You know, because it's public notice. I will indeed, Design Knob. I will indeed. So reach out to them if you know you can get it settled for around 20%, or you could even set up a payment arrangement. But me personally, I wouldn't really pay them anything. But that's just me. Don't take that as legal advice because it's not. But I mean, that's me. I'm not. I'm just one of those kind of people. Do I think you need to waste money on it? Probably not. How much are they saying that you owe, Takamura? If it's a mailman, if it's certified mail, yes, which means she signed for it. That means it's certified mail, yes. If they just mailed you a letter and it's not certified, or it comes in an email, then that's not legal service. Yeah, it met my trade criteria, SLE. The reason I didn't, I'll tell you why. So on this trade, your first target really is the low. What I normally do is scale at the low and then move stop to break even. But since I only had one entry, I didn't have two. I didn't scale at the low. So normally that's where I'd move the stop to break even. So in hindsight, it pushed back up. It retested the 21, and then it gave me another entry here, right? So that's where I added. But I just didn't trust it. We're very low in the leg. I just kind of went with my gut on it, right? So now, right or wrong, you know, it probably works. 11K, yeah, that's a significant amount. So I don't know. I think you could probably settle it for like 2250, something like that, if you're interested in that. But you could even make payments if you wanted to, but I wouldn't voluntarily do that. I mean, I would probably make them sue me. That's what I would probably do. Because that's what they're threatening. Oh, if you don't pay, we're going to sue you. You know? Gut is a trading style. Yeah, sometimes. But sometimes good, sometimes bad. Sometimes it may be good. Sometimes it may be shit. So, I don't know. No real reason there to get out of it. I don't know. I just did. I can't really explain why. Sometimes your gut is 100. Yeah, exactly. Think we're fixing to go? Yeah, I think so too. But this consolidation, it did what the market wants to do, right? It shook you out. It shook me out, and then it goes. I'm really trying to be patient here, guys. I'm really trying to be patient. Still in the trade here. Key area here at 63. I mean, like, that is 25 points. I could just take that. We'll see. Yeah, Slay, no doubt. I was only risking $25. You're not wrong. In hindsight, it was a bad move, right? But it's okay. Although it still doesn't hit the target. Target would be 63.50, but I do feel like it's going to hit it. It's all right. Yeah, I'm still in it over here on this account. I was copy trading 5 accounts over here, funded. Actually, 6 funded accounts. So that's what I got. And that's kind of the kick in the nuts, right? I was risking $25, $26. I really would have just been break even if it lost. Even if it lost, I would have just been break even. So, like, really no sense to move the stop there or get out. What up, Sherry? But I'm still learning. You know, I'm still learning just like everybody else. I still make mistakes. On the daily basis, I still make mistakes. Unfortunately. Maybe one day will be perfect. We may hit 800 tonight. Yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure. I didn't hate the trade. I mean, that's a funded setup. I mean, this is a trade that I will take every time. A test of the 21, a push below the low of the previous candle, stop goes at the wick, and target a key area. Right? I mean, like, that's just a trade I would take every single time. We had another one right here that I missed earlier. Right there. That touch of the at 620. I mean, that was your very, very best entry. Had one right there at open. But that's the very best one. That strategy works very, very well in trending markets. You make every sticks. You're married your wife. Uh-oh. Oh. Now, if ES loses the 98, guys, that's what we're looking for. If ES loses the 98, it's downtown. Downtown Chinatown. 61 did hit. Let's go. Nice trade, Biblical. Now, you could say, like, I could trail the stop to here. Like, wouldn't that make sense? That's the last 21 touch. So I could trail the stop to there. This does not seem like a soup to me. We're not really, I talked about this earlier. Like, I wanted to see how price reacted at this level. You know, if it was a soup play where it kind of wicks through and then puts in a nice big green candle, then I would probably get out of the trade. But it's not really doing that. Still looking pretty full and pretty heavy. So I do think that 835 area is probably on deck. We on deck. We on deck to the upper room. I can't do it like he does it. I don't got that. I can't sing it like he does it. We on deck. Yes, 50%. We're right here at the 50% mark. This puts us at OTE if we can hit the 35s. If your wife ever sees any of the crap you write on YouTube, that's the last day. I'm going to tell you something, Los Mini. Since you said that, there is a guy that's one of my friends, and that happened to him. Like, his wife saw what he was writing in our Discord, in one of our Discord chats, and he disappeared, dude. He's been gone for like 3-4 months now. He is MIA, just gone. We messaged him to be like, yo, are you okay, dude? Like, are you in somebody's basement or something? And he's like, nah, my wife saw what I was messaging, so he's not allowed to be in the chat anymore. So, I had to get the old wellness check. That's right. I had to send a cop over to knock on the door. Everybody good? I'm going to need to come in and look around. Make sure you're breathing. Is everybody breathing in here? So, I want to see a dump here, guys. We're at the 7,000 on the ES. Again, very key area here. This is a tough zone. Very tough zone. Need 250 more, please. So you can long in one time frame and shorten the other? No. No, I copy trade all my accounts, Slay. It's just, that's how I trade. I have about 30 funded accounts. I put them in groups of 5 or 6 right now. That's how I'm doing it. Typically, I would copy trade all 30 at one time. You're not breathing, Takamura? All right, we're at 7,000 here. Breaking through 63 nicely. Hitting the 52 area. Yeah, I like to trade all my accounts together. Good, bad, or indifferent. I don't know. I don't really like grouping them in 5 or 6, to be honest, because I'd rather just find 1 or 2 good spots and just take it. But I don't know. It makes more sense. Makes more sense to not do that, to just trade them in 5 or 6. It makes more sense. You close before the big candle? Yeah, me too. On my fundeds. It's okay. I mean, it's the thing, like, you don't have to be a part of every single move. You just got to get a piece of it. Does this one go there? No, it doesn't. Am I trading for other people? No, I trade for myself. I trade for myself. That's it. Through using Replicanto. Replicanto. The Replicanto trade copier. Again, I'm kind of watching the ES here. When it gets to that 98 level, I might just take this off. We're up 40 points right now. And 40-point trade in the Asia session is pretty good. Yeah, it's a paid service. It's a paid copier. It's $299, and you own it. You could also use service like TradeSyncer or something like that, or the Apex copier, something like that. I think I'm going to lock in the 63 here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing it on, is on Ninja. Oh, let's go, Jan. Yeah, I agree. I'm using Ninja to do it. So all my connections are Tradevate connections. And I have one Rhythmic connection, but all the other connections are Tradevate. By doing it that way, you can have as many Tradevate connections as you'd like. Break the 40 here. You know what? I think I'm going to take the 40. I'm going to take this at 40. That's 50 points. Squared off at 50 there. I'm going to take the 40. I'm going to front run the 34 level. You close at 61. That's all right. You don't need all of it. Just get a piece of it. Kind of following the 2 minutes down here. So I'm going to lock in 40 points here. I want to see this next candle open up and just drop. Locking in 34 points there. Trailing it very tight. We just tapped into that 5-minute bullish gap. So trailing it nicely here. Nice and tight. Nice job, Vilify. Thank you, Early. Trading 30 accounts versus 1. My only rationale would be wanting to hold a long while. No. What the rationale is pretty simple. It's called compounding, Slay, right? So, I mean, it's pretty simple to figure out, right? Quick math. If I take $100 a trade on one account, that's $100. If I take $100 trade on 30 accounts, that's now $3,000. Okay? So from a theoretical perspective, if you get 30 accounts that pay out, let's just say you could take $500 out per account. That's $15,000. Well, if I take one account and I make $500, that's $500. So it's just simple math. That's all it is. That's the reason why I do that. Now, you got to take the good with the bad in that from that perspective, which means that there's the potential to blow the accounts, to tilt, things like that. And it could be a really bad day really fast, right? So that's the reason I do it. All right, come on now. You're getting down there. Let's make that push. Why not trade larger size? What for? What for? If I make $100, it's $3,000 in a day. So there's no point in trading. In my opinion, there's no point in trading larger size. Even $50 a day, that's $1,500 in a day. So you size up, you have a better chance of blowing the account, having a bad day, that sort of thing. So now you could be right. I mean, like it probably does make sense to some degree from what you're saying. Like, okay, size up, get a little bigger day, get there quicker, that sort of thing. But you know, you're already putting an incredible amount of risk on the board by trading 30 accounts at one time. Could have a copier issue. Could have a lot of stuff. So my stop should be up higher, but I'm not willing to let this thing, I'm not willing to give up my profits here. Locking it in there, getting stopped out. A lot easier to make $1,000 a day spread out across many accounts with smaller sizes. Yeah, you could do that too. You passed an account now, I have to make 2K so I can withdraw. Let's go, Kurt. Nice job. Hey, Loner Turbo, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. So, I mean, I get there's so many different ways you could do it, Slay. So many different ways. Like, what might be right for you could be wrong for me. What could be wrong for me could be right for you. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Everybody's going to do it differently. And you got to be able to adjust the market conditions and things like that. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. So that's why I'm down to trading 5 or 6 at a time. So look on the 5-minute here, guys. We tapped right into that 5-minute gap. Now, from a theoretical perspective, I should have had my stop above this gap. I really should have just left my stop up here at like 76, 77. Because I should have at least given it enough room to retest this gap and then kind of push down. I wasn't willing to. Now, if we get this, if you get a nice V-shaped candle back above this gap, you know, that would be a nice nice setup there long. But 600 away from passing this combine. Let's go. Nothing wrong with that, dark meat. Oh, but yeah, just because I do something like one way, don't, you know, trade it however you want. Treat it however you want. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody is different. Look at that thing, guys. Look at that thing, guys. Yeah, exactly. You just got to mount your mental. It's got to mount everything. Like it's what you're willing, what you're comfortable in risking. Kind of bullish engulfing here on the 15 and the 5. Problem with the 5-minute here is there are 2 gaps in the leg. There are 2 gaps in this leg. I always hate that when there's 2 gaps in the leg. So there's no real clean setup here. The 1's not clean. The 5's not clean. This could be a long, though. I'm going to show it to you guys right quick. If you think we tapped that 5-minute and this is a long setup, I mean, it is a plus. We did sweep liquidity. We swept the 63. We did leave the 35, but that's okay. We don't have to take that out. So this is an A+ long setup on the 5-minute. But we've not closed above both gaps yet. So this probably will be invalid. Delivery from a higher time frame fair value gap. Sweep of liquidity. V-shaped recovery. This has all the makings of a nice squeeze long. All the makings. If it hits this level before the candle closes, that does make this theoretically invalid. So from this perspective, what makes sense, right? We got all the things that tell you this is an A+ setup. What area makes sense to maybe retest? 930s, potentially? This is not an entry I would take because it's invalid. But I'm just outlining it. Yeah, 1%'s tough though, Slate. It really is. Yeah, exactly, Cave. Could this just be a bull trap? Very well could be. Now, if you notice, what did we touch that we've not touched all night? What did we touch? The 21 EMA. So we touched the 21 EMA on the 5-minute that we've not touched all night long. Not all night long. So if you got back below this 9 EMA here, that would be a good short entry, potentially. Stop at the top of the wick. Stop here. The only thing, I mean, we got a lot of wicks still sitting up there at 81.75 area. We did not, so I do expect one more shove higher here. Because on the actual NQ, we did not run those wicks. So on the actual NQ, we did not run the wick. So I expect one more shove higher. There we go. Now we ran them. Now let's see what kind of close we get here. Now I'll outline the short for you guys potentially. Potentially. Short entry would be here. Stop would be at the wick. But if we close heavy, if we close real strong and full here, then that's not going to be a short you're going to want to take. It doesn't look like it's going to give it to us. So again, a push back up into the 930s here makes just a lot of sense, right? Might just be grabbing longs to move lower. Yeah, potentially. Potentially. But from a fib perspective, that's what I'm looking at. So I want to see a wick put in here. I want to see this candle close back below the 21 EMA at 880. So it really needs to close below the 21 EMA here on the 5-minute. ES pushed above the 7,007. Again, this was your week This is a weaker long setup via Mancini. First of all, we didn't even sweep 98. We didn't quite get there. We did close back above 7,007, but it does not look like it's going to hold it. We're at VWAP. Yeah, I don't even know if that's where the VWAP is. I have no idea. So my yellow line is VWAP typically. This time of the night, it's difficult to tell if it's right or not, though. Okay, so this is a big rejection. Pretty big rejection here. So let's type this out. Entry. Entry's here. Stop is here. So that's 20 points. You'd be risking 20 points. And this is TP1. So I'm gonna tape read this. I'm not gonna take it, but I am gonna tape read it. And then TP2 is 834. So I'm outlining the short trade for you guys. This is a setup that I would take. I would say the winning percentage on this trade is probably 61, 62%, something like that. Hey, Biblical with the $10 dono. Let's go. Nice job. Appreciate you there. You the man. Everybody drop the likes in the chat, or drop the hearts in the chat for Biblical there. I'm going to try to type something in here, but there we go. Got 12 points on the scalp. The short side, reason why it was high probability. Nice. I am not short, Letitia. I am outlining a short. So the entry is at 71. You know what? It's 20 points. I'll take it. I'll take it with you guys. Well, not with you guys, but I'm going to take it. Excuse me. So your short entry will be 71. Again, TP 146, TP 234. Stop at 91. And this is the reason I take the low of the previous candle, because if this thing keeps pushing, then you're not going to get triggered in. 42 points on the day, cannot resist taking that short. Yeah, it could, Cave Trader. It could go back to VWAP. Who knows? I mean, it might not. There's a position tools in Quantower. Is there, Zach? I didn't even know that. Where's it at? It might be in the expanded version. I don't think I have it. I don't know that I have it. Yeah, it might be like in the expanded version. I don't have that though, with all the full version, or unless it's hiding from me somewhere. We do have the top of the hour coming up here in about a minute and a half as well. Not that 9 o'clock does much of anything, right? If you guys haven't already hit that like button for me, subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. If you want to help support the channel, please use code MM on all the prop firms. Bulanox, 83% off, code MM. My Funded Futures, 20% off the Rapid account, code MM. Take Profit Trader, 40% off, no activation fee, code MM. Trade Day, 40% off, no activation fee, code MM. 50% off on Trade Day if you're a new user. Tradeify, 35% off, code MM. Funded Futures Network, 50% off, no activation fee. Buy one, get one free, code MM. Day Traders, code MM. Lucid, 35% off, code MM. Funded's next, code MM. And Apex, 80% off is code MYTH, M-Y-T-H. That's the only one that is not code MM. There's the commercial for you guys. It's called Price Target. Scroll down to see it. Price Target's where, though? Where do I find it? Drawing tools. Other. Price marker. Price targets. How do I do it? I don't know how to do it. Price targets. Hold control to add more. Oh, so I got to hold control. What? There we go. So here it is. I see what you're saying. All right. There you go. There, that way we don't have to take it. But it's not triggered yet, so. I didn't know that was there. CPI is tomorrow. Break 870 should be good. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. 871, good for shorts. Boom, 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 boom. You could take this. You could move your entry up to 75. I'm not going to do that because I really want to see it push below the 9 EMA. But you could move your entry up to 75 here if you wanted to. Can just take some of this off, and then we just put this in its place. Yeah, Zach. I mean, I see that, but this is just a mechanical, kind of a mechanical setup here. I mean, here's the thing. You're right. I mean, this is pretty V-shaped. Now, all things being equal, I don't know that we get tagged in here. I don't know that we do. If it's bullish, it won't tag you in, I don't think. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, looks like the trade might be invalid. See how this candle closes. It might be invalid. It should be around the 0.62 fib. Yeah. I mean, looks like we might get a close above the 21 EMA, which would kind of make this not necessarily invalid. You could still take it, but not as good of a setup. How do I? Okay, there it is. All right, we didn't get triggered there, which is that's what you want to happen. That's why you have it at a safe spot. You have it at a safe spot. Didn't get tagged in, and that's okay. Again, I skipped that long setup because there's no setup on the 2 minute. There's no setup on the 1 minute. The only setup is on the 5 minute, and it was invalid. This was invalid because this wick hit these highs before the candle closed. If the candle closed here, that's a valid setup and you take it. But because that didn't happen, what makes this A plus? Pretty simple. We're in discount of the range, sweep of liquidity, delivery from a fair value gap, V-shaped recovery. That makes this A plus. It just wasn't an A plus setup that was valid, right? Was not an A plus setup that was valid there. Maybe we retest back up into the 930, potentially. That's kind of the next key area there. And we'll see what happens. Again, I said that the 863 was a really good target, kind of your low-hanging fruit, if you will. That target I expected to get hit high probability, a high portion of the time, a lot of the time there. But it's not a, I was thinking that maybe we get that follow through that we've been getting. And we just didn't. No follow through there. No follow through on that. Anybody who chased just got punished. But that's why we don't blindly short the 21 EMA. That's why you don't blindly short it. You wait for a little confirmation. That's not going to keep you out of it every time, right? It's not going to keep you out of the trade every single time, but it will do a decent job of keeping you out of the trade most of the time. And also the Mancini reclaim of 7007. It's a lower quality long setup. I mean, you guys can see what I drew, right? We drew this before the market opened. This was already drawn before the market opened. Well, does this look like this? Pretty damn close, right? Pretty damn close. Your target on that would be that. That's why, even though I don't use his levels for trades, we talked about that 98 level over and over and over. We lose the 98, we waterfall down, right? We talked about it. We drew it out. Just didn't happen. It held it. It just held it. And sometimes that's going to happen. That's the reason why you should be scaling. That's why you should be taking profits. That's why you should be moving your stop, locking some in. And that's what I did there. I was like, all right, I'm going to be completely out once this hits 98. And I trailed it super tight and I got stopped out for profit. Now it's the fight with the 15 minute and the hourly. Yeah, I agree. A good short spot to maybe grab a few cookies, as Room likes to say, is 913. You can maybe short off that 913 and grab a few points. A few shekels. Yeah, I think it's temporary too, Lost Penny, but I do think that from, maybe kind of makes sense for it to push back. Now, here's the thing. The ES is a bit stronger here, right? It's a bit stronger. So let's measure this ES push back up. This is one of the things you do have to think about. ES is the stronger indice. So check this out. Check this out. Where's the ES at on the overall range? It's already in premium. It's already there. It's already there. So what does that mean? Nasdaq doesn't have to get there. It could turn back down here. Does not have to get there. So if ES loses that 7,007, there's a lot of room down to 7,002 to 98. You could see a nice waterfall here. You're still holding short from 872. Let's go. Yeah, exactly, Lost Penny. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you got to be willing to look at it from both sides. You got to be willing to be like, all right, if I think it's going here, what if this happens? So on and so forth. $930s, if it did retest 930s, that would also be the low. That would kind of be your lunchtime low and your AM high, right? Up in that level. So yeah, let's just see what happens. I mean, there's no point in doing anything crazy here. We'll just, if we see something obvious, we take it. If we don't, we don't. No big deal. Maybe I'll look for a few points off that 913. I don't know. That's also a 5-minute order block on the way down. Let me look at the 15 here. Yeah, we're also in a bearish 15-minute gap. Not very big. It's only 15 points. What's the hourly look like? Hourly looks better. We also tapped into the hourly gap to the downside here. So yeah, I mean, you could short here if you wanted to short blindly, but I don't know. I'd probably wait. See how price reacts. Maybe 913 could be a decent area for you to pick up a little stab. I might look at that area. We are feeling it tonight, guys. We're getting sleepy. Getting a little bit on the sleepy side. So again, ES is already in premium. Already back to premium. Nasdaq is not. But then again, ES has been the strongest indice for the last couple of days. Quite a bit stronger than the old nasty girl. So let's just kind of wait and see what happens. Whew. we have to wait and see what happens here. Again, I might stab short at 913. Might. I don't know yet. While I am waiting here, though, let's go ahead and look at the previous day close. I did not mark it out. Close on that candle, 942. That's an old this is the previous day close from yesterday. It's amazing that we're almost right back in the exact same level. Still holding 5 micros. Let's go. iTrades. Ballard Dominuku. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. I butchered your name. Uniman. Do I be aggressive here? I don't know. Dance wherever you are. Let's go. What language is that? Bailar Dominuku. Bailar Domunku. Bailar Domunku. Bailar Domunku. I can't say it. I'm trying it. I don't know. I can't say it. Italia. Just killed you a Wawa chicken salad sandwich. Let's go. Your wife is already sleeping. Don't wake her up to make a sandwich. Do it yourself. Get in there. Do it yourself. Do Moon Kai. I got you. Bayar. Is it Bayar or Bayar Do Moon Kai? That's the only Italian that I'll know. Thank you for teaching me. Ow. I just moved my arm and I heard it. I mean, you could short here. Really could. Balara. Balara do Munkai. Ball R A? Probably A. All right, guys, if ES loses the 7007 here, I'm going to short. Getting closer. If they lose the VWAP, it's over. Well, they're already losing it, but I'm watching ES 7007 here. I will short if we lose the 7007. As long as ES holds the 7007, I will not short. The only thing that's of a little concern, did we actually tap into that hourly gap? I don't know that we did. Let me see if I drew it out correctly. Well, there is actually a smaller hourly gap lower. 4-hour has a huge wick on it right now. Woo! We did not tap. I mean, we tapped into a smaller hourly. Might be good enough. I'm on a short here. I mean, it could work. It may not. I don't know. Gonna take the short. It could trap here. It could trap me. It very well could. Watch out below, says Cave Trader. 13 points on that short. Yeah, I wanted to wait for a little bit of confirmation. I liked it up there a little higher, but I like for the break of 90, but I don't know. I wanted to wait for a little more confirmation. Could trap me. Who knows? If it does trap me, you just say, "It trapped me," and you just walk away. What should we do? Well, I'm short, so I don't know. You do what you want to do, but I'm short. Again, the only I don't know. It's all right. I was expecting a little bit higher of a move, maybe 913, but again, yes, already made a bigger move up here than Nasdaq, so. Spaghetti and pizza. Market's harder tonight to trade. Walking away up 590. Let's go. Just ain't right. Nice job. Nice job. Excellent. Excelente. I love the pizza too. Hello. You can do whatever you want to do, but I'm short. Gabagoof. Gabagoo. Looking for an entry. Well, you see my entry. I'm short. But I am an idiot. Do not copy. I am idiota. Yes, short means sell. Again, ES might trap here. Might get back above 7,007 and go to the moon. I don't know. Don't be rude. Oh. I don't think I have my arm thing on right. I think that's why it's bothering me. I don't know what goes here. This one goes there? Oh, we got a bark. I don't know what that means for Max. Max, is that long or short? I'm short already, man. What's that bark mean? We're about to get some movement. Max made a noise. The max indicator is on fire. Hopefully I'm in the right direction. I don't know. Max didn't tell me what that means, so I don't know. I don't know if it's up or down, Max. I don't know. You didn't tell me, bro. One thing I need to learn to do is to not put on a sweater in the evenings. It's burning up. Max doesn't like the Velcro. Yeah, you could be right. I'm going to have to lose this sweater here. I'm going to have to turn the camera off because I can't be getting naked in front of you guys. Just can't do it. Oh, let's take this thing off for a bit. Oh, man. Oh, I've had this thing on for like all day, feels like. All day we've had that on. Oh, man. Let's get this sweater off. Kind of hard to take stuff off without taking your arm above your head, but we're going to do our best to get it done. There we go. We did it. If you guys want to see this content that I'm turning the camera off, you want to see the content, you're going to have to join my OnlyFans page. It's the only way you're going to get to see that content. Got to join my OnlyFans. Only $9.99 a month. That's it. That's all I'm worth. R1 level 1 at 884. So a little pivot. Holding below. All right, yes, working its way below 7,007. Dump it. Dump it. You can do it. Dump it. Let's get some music going. I haven't really been listening to music tonight. A little bit. Hit my target. Give it to me. Come on, Max. Get a little bark going. Get a little. Come here, Maxie. He's ignoring me. I call my dog sometimes and he's just like, "You peasant. I shall not acknowledge that you've called me. If you have a French fry, then I will acknowledge you. Until then, leave me alone." Oh. Back to 961. 961? Maybe. $861. I'd be good with that. Oh, that's how your cat is? The cat will be like, "Leave me alone." They aren't flushing it? Yeah. That's just this kind of price action this time of night. New 15-minute candle here, though, in about 40 seconds. Let's see what that does for us. All Wick on the last 5 minute. All John Wick. All John Wick. I'm short, Mo. I am currently short from 881.38. 2 micros. Taking one off at 10 points at 871 and a quota. There's the new 15-minute candle. I shorted on the idea of ES losing the 7,007, that we may retest 7,000. That's the idea. Is that a great idea? I don't know. And I might even move my stop into break even here if we get back below this wick. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to take, I know that's only like 6 points, but I'm going to take that one off right there, and then I'll move stop in. I think that's reasonable. Got 3 targets, 837, 799, 730. I like that thumper. I like it. Come on, bro. Seriously. That was quite rude. All right. Stops in. I want to see a little expansion here. Really good. This will be a good close here. Nice heavy close. I was going to target way down there. I don't think I am now. I think I'm just going to target here. Let's take the base hit if we can get it. 10 points. Just be done with it. All right, Lost Penny. Have fun. Kind of tapping into a 5-minute gap there, a bullish gap. Didn't quite get there yet. 75, we got to tap into it. At least Maxie eats your food. Yeah, you didn't eat my sandwich. Yeah. Yeah, biblical. I know it's not really that smart, but I'm kind of over this trade, to be honest. It's taking so long. And I know it's this time of night. You just got to trust it and give it room, and I'm not really doing that. Oh, it wasn't for me? That's all right, man. It's fine. Another biblical. You're cheating on me? Rude. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I like lower too. The market's boring tonight. We had the moves earlier, a little bit of a move. When it first opened, it was getting a little. We were getting a little move. You saw someone shorting silver? Let me see it. I mean, silver is still. I mean, we outline a long potential here. If it breaks out above this trend line, I mean, it is at this trend line. It has rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So we'll see. Kevin Ortiz, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. Yuta Man. Phoenix on silver or on what? What are we talking? This is what I'm thinking on silver right here. If we break above this, then I like these for upside targets. Here's the thing. We did break structure to the downside. So from that perspective, like you do have low resistance liquidity right here on silver all the way down to 82,340. But when you zoom out, it's very bullish, right? It's very, very bullish. You see how well silver respects these trend lines. You see this wedge from yesterday? Look at that wedge. Breakout, bam, bam, bam. So gold looked very similar. Still a little bit weaker. Still just kind of chopping around. Oil's kind of playing around. We drew this out earlier today. Obviously, it didn't play out. The short paid, but we were looking for one more leg higher to kind of get that bridge to bridge, and we didn't really get it. Oil's testing that trend line. YM kind of just grinding higher here. Just grinding higher. It's punching, yeah. Yeah, we'll see if it gets through that trend line. Could be Lone Wolf. I mean, it's got to get, if it gets through that trend line, it's moonshotting again. Problem with silver is the stop. Really big stop. Not too many accounts that you, account sizes that are comfortably trading silver, you know. Even at $5 a tick, it's still very volatile. Phoenix, I think it's going up. Silver, yeah, if it gets through that trend line. It's generating trend line liquidity just to break through it. So eventually, that probably happens. We do have CPI tomorrow. This might be the move for the overnight. May not get much more. I think CPI is tomorrow, right? You only trade silver on the 15-minute range and go long at the bottom of the 15-minute range. That's probably a good idea. I've never really looked at silver, to be honest with you. Guys, if you're not trading the opening range, let me show you the opening range this morning. We got long right here. We opened up inside the 9 to 9:15 range. Look at that. I took the long on the breakout. Just banged and never came back. Never came back. Completely insane move. So long on the breakout. 267 points. Now, obviously, I got 10 and I had a runner on. Unfortunately, at 10 micros, the copier put me in an opposite position. And so I had to make a decision. In one of the accounts, it had me in short. And the other 5 accounts, it had me long on the runner. And so I had to make a decision. Either kill them all or take the loss on one. So I killed them all. We were up like 280 on each of those and then 180 on the one that put me in the opposite position. Might get stopped here. ES getting back above 7,007. Now I could move the stop up because I do think 913 is a good short area. I could do this and then add in, right? Add in here, leave stop here. Could. I don't know that I'm going to do that, though. Probably not. Is this negative R? I don't know. What do you guys think? 11 points versus 43. Is that negative R? Could be. That's not negative R. Turn your eyes. That's positive R. That's positive aura. Aura? I don't know. We didn't tap that hourly imbalance up there. So actually, we did. Yeah, we actually did tap into it. I was wrong. So I shorted off the fact that ES broke 7,007. So theoretically, I should probably get out if it gets back above there, right? It's at 7,008. We'll see how price reacts to the 900 level, I think. I may end up just eating it. We might. But even if we don't, we might get into get out mode. We'll see. I mean, I could just have my stop here. There's the 90 again. Get a little more 90 drama. ES approaching the high. Not really the high, the internal high here. $7,950 is internal high right there on the ES. Is it going to put in a lower high here? We'll see. What do you guys think? Should I cut it? Should we cut it? Should we not? I don't know. You think it's okay? Whatever you guys say, that's what I'm going with. Add at 913. Cut it. I don't know. Stop at the wicks up there. What do we do? Yeah, I'm trading the 7 or 8 to 10. Trev. 7 to 10, somewhere in there. Goodness. So a doctor apparently attacked her. Well, he didn't attack her, but he got physically. He got loud with a patient that he just did surgery on, heart surgery. They arrested him. That's crazy. Charged with simple assault. That's crazy. Short 872. Let's go. Taking a little heat. That is crazy. I wonder what the lady could have said to him to make him crash out like that. Small range, yeah. Right now we are for sure. I'm just watching the ES here. If we lose the 7007, I mean, Mancini called this failed breakdown long, a week failed breakdown. So I'm kind of thinking it doesn't hold up. Oh, guys, I forgot all about the game. Who's winning? Let me see. Seven to 6. Wow. That's a barn burner. 7 to 6. I'm going to go ahead and put my take profit down there again. Defense. Yeah, a little. Maybe it's defense or bad offense. I don't know, one or the other. Good defense, bad offense. Hoping it goes all the way up. I mean, it could. I don't think it will, but it could. Silver. Look at her, guys. Look at her go. Approaching target 1. Approaching target 1. Entry here. That's $3,000 already on a mini. If we can hit the high, that'll be $7,850. Make you holla. Gold's probably doing the same thing. Lagging a little bit here. Silver for the W. That's also the opening print on silver there. 85,405. Design, are you in that silver trade or what? Are you in there? Are you in there like swimwear? You must be in there. Yeah, iTrades we could be. I mean, like we've outlined that the fact that I've circled it up here, the 930s could happen. I think if we put in a lower low here and a lower high, though, that probably squashes that idea. I think if we get below the 74 level here, we quickly run back down into this imbalance. Now, what happens at this imbalance here, I don't know. Right? I have no idea. This would be kind of what you could structure your bias off of. We hold this, we go up. If we inverse this, we go down. It's pretty simple, right? I was just going to take profit at the imbalance. Then I changed my mind. So I don't know. You're not in there? Team Massive, you could target the low of day, or 34.25 is a really solid target. $63 was a target from earlier off that wick there. We tapped into the 5-minute bullish gap and bounced out of it. So ES is still building structure above the 7,007. So until it kind of loses that level, I might be on the wrong side here. Maybe it puts in a higher high. I don't know. We got about 10 more minutes till the top of the hour. We'll kind of see what that brings. Let me change up my music here. Still holding 5 micros from 860. You don't plan on scaling out at any of those trades? I'd probably scale some. That's just me. You're up 25 points. Take a little bit of profit. Or at least have your stop in. Unless you've already scaled. It could be. Could be that you already scaled. All right, well, we're getting back to my entry. Now, would it make sense for me to go break even at the imbalance? Probably, right? Probably would make sense to go break even there. I don't know whether I'll do that. Probably not. ES pushing below the 7,007 here, about to close below it again. New 5-minute candle. Yeah, we're still 2 minutes away from that. Gotta sweep that low here. If we get below that low, I feel like we get a little bit of an expansion candle down, maybe down into the 50 again. Quickly. A little bit of an expansion candle, but we gotta get below that low here, in my opinion. Sweep this low. Want to see a bit of a bigger candle down. And by big candle, 10 points, 15 points, you know. A little bit of an expansion candle. Wow, I did a bad job at marking out that low. Terrible job. That's what we want to see, but we may not get it. I mean, ES is defending that 7,007 level there, just super, super strong. defending it so hard. I think it's probably safe at this point to kind of trail my stop down to where it probably should have been this whole time. Probably safe. Probably does make sense to go to break even at that imbalance. What up, Yonix? Again, we sweep that low. We want to see an expansion candle. We don't want it to just wick through that low. I might even go break even at that low. Undecided. Watch the actual NQ over here as well. We will be tapping into a 5-minute gap there as well, so I'm going to go break even. All right, break even there. Man, I'm not sure. I don't really want to see it bounce here. Two and a half minutes till top, or 3.5 minutes till top of the hour. Math is hard. Short at 880. Nice, Team Massive. I'm going to take the 10-point win if we can get it. This is not the reaction at this low that I wanted. I probably just get stopped out. I wanted to sweep this low and just go. Hey, Laway21 Stuff. Welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. The thing is, man, this thing could dump hard. I mean, it could. It's not a whole lot holding it up here. Decisions. This thing could dump hard here, guys. And I know that. Why not go for a little bit bigger of a move? I mean, after all, the stop is in. 2 minutes till the top of the hour. What up, Raul? Been looking for this futures trading. Didn't want to try myself as a newbie. Yeah, I mean, it's start with a sim account. You don't even need to spend any money. Laway, just start with a sim account. Mess around with a strategy. Find something that you like. You know, no need to spend money. And that you can get started for free, basically. Just using a sim account. So annoying right here, man. That's what I would do. Get as much chart time as you can. And like I said, find a strategy that works for you and stick with that. Find something that works with your personality. If you're someone who can hold the trade longer, maybe you're a little bit more of an intraday swing trader. If you're someone who likes to move stops quickly and take profits fast, maybe you're a scalper. One or the other. The feelings. Oh, come on. It's annoying, man. It's annoying. Rip it lower. That's all I'm asking. Maybe the top of the hour will give us a little juice lower. I don't love that reaction, though. I mean, that's what I said we wanted to see expansion below that, and we just did not get it. Just didn't get it. I'm going to move my stop back to the 10 points here. This thing could just go. I don't really love how the ES is holding up there, but I'm okay with risking 20 bucks. $20. Here's top of the hour. Gets below the low, I will move the stop back in. I want to see this thing just expand here. We don't need huge expansion, just a little. Just give me a little taste. Give me a little taste. You know what? Just give us a little taste, a 10-point taste. All right, an 11-point taste. We don't need all the white powder. We just need a little something, something. All right, stops in. There we go. This thing could dump, guys. I mean, really, like, it could dump. It's just now doing what I wanted it to do. ES pushing back down to the 6. Again, I think 834 is a great target if you're someone who's still short there. And if you get this, now the problem with this is we are going to already be in discount, right? By the time that happens, but we never made it back to premium of the range there. That would have been 930. So Australian Stock Exchange is open. Yeah. I think that I think we dump into the 830s, maybe slightly lower, maybe down into the 800 level. This is kind of like line in the sand. And you can start looking for longs down here, maybe during London, potentially. But I'm just not willing to stay up and hold it any longer. So, taking the 10 points there. It's not the end of the world. Up $129 there. Funded accounts here are up $22, $23. Most of them got no trades, but, you know, some of them did. Some of them did. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Guys, if you want to help support the channel, code MYTH, M-Y-T-H, is the code for Apex. 80% off. $65 activation fee is good through the 15th of January. Every other prop firm is code MM. Bulanox, 83% off, code MM. My Funded Futures, 20% off, code MM. Take Profit Trader, 40% off, code MM. Trade Day, 50% off if you're a new user for your first account. 40% off, no activation fee. Same day payouts, code MM. Tradeify, 35% off, code MM. Funded Futures Network, buy one, get one free, 50% off, code MM. I think Day Traders is still 90% off, code MM. Lucid, code MM, 35% off. Funded Next, code MM. You got it. That's what all of them are. So, let's check out silver. I'm telling you guys, like, if you're not using the trend lines on a higher time frame on gold and silver, you're really missing out, because this is like, they really respect these trend lines quite well. Gold here is a little more choppy. Not quite as clean. I like targeting the bodies of the 5-minute candles. So that's where I kind of mark out the targets. Right? So as you can see, every up close candle gets a target. Hey, Ecclesia Trade, welcome to the Methodical Crew. Thank you for your subscription. You the man. Or your membership. Sorry about that. You the man. But yeah, I mean, the trend lines on silver, they look nice. Hand on the mouse. Look at silver go, man. Look at this thing go. Design's in full port. Don't let him lie to you. He's in full port over here. Now, you've missed it. If you're not in, don't FOMO into silver. It is just crazy. It very well could, metal. It very well could. What up, the one-stop shop trader? The one-stop trader. No shop in there. You'd be short here. I mean, you can just look how well it respects these trend lines. Like this one here did not run all the trend line on the way down, but it did run a good fair amount of the targets, a lot of these down close wicks. And it also did get to discount of the range, right? So that's where you can start looking for longs. I mean, you can trade this just the same as anything else, right? Did this get to discount of the range? Indeed. Push down to OTE. Boom, boom, boom. Break the trend line on the way back up. Kind of hold this trend line, this little, not there. I'll show you. You know, kind of a little bit of a channel on the way down there. Grab a little liquidity below the channel. Boom, boom, boom. Break back out. I mean, it's just, it does it over and over and over. It really is nice. It's not bad. It's not bad. You see that wedge from the other day? I mean, that first short where it broke here, you know, this is also another 5 minute. I mean, like, you can just look at these bridge to bridge setups all day long on silver and gold. I mean, look at that. So obviously that's hindsight stuff, but it's just, I don't even trade it, and I've just been paying attention to the trend lines, and that's what seems to be respecting there. Seems to respect it quite often. What's my theory for tomorrow's outlook? I have no idea, to be honest. I don't. So I'm a scalper, so I don't really know what, you know, like I can look at it and tell you what I think. I mean, we're putting in higher lows, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low. Then we kind of broke structure to the downside, came down to OTE of the range. You know, came down to more than 50% of the range here on this pullback. Pushed back up, swept buy side one more time. However, if we look out a little further, we got a lot of wicks up here. Look at all these wicks. A lot of wicks. So I kind of feel like we're probably going to clear that out. So here's the thing, though. You can use this hourly gap here for bias going into London. If we lose this hourly gap, we're going to go back down to that 633, 632 area. So you can see I got this hourly gap marked out right there. I would say if we lose this hourly gap, we're gonna kind of clean this up. So my lean probably is this. I actually believe if London can kind of close below here, we probably fill in this new week opening gap that we left from last week and then start making our way back up. So I do like these wicks up here. But, you know, the overall bull scenario is we don't lose this gap. If we hold this gap and we don't close below, then I would look for us to take out these wicks. Otherwise, I look for this, fill that gap in down there at the new week opening gap that we left from last week, and then maybe push up. We'll see. But I don't like to guess. I really just play it by ear, you know, that sort of thing. I don't like to get too crazy with it. What up, Punisher? Good night. Most props don't even have, yeah, micros. Yeah. Just so hard with silver. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a tough thing to predict. It's almost, I mean, it's just gambling. What I like to do is I like to do this. Let's say CPI comes in, it puts a wick up and a wick down. Say it runs a key liquidity down below. Then what I like to do is I like to wait for it to sweep one side or the other, and then I just look for, you know, some sort of inversion to go back to the other side, right? And get a nice close back above, and then you can kind of just take it back to the other side. So that's the safer play to me than just trying to guess what CPI is going to do. Now, I haven't looked at the last few CPI, so I don't know the range. Well, maybe 100 points, something like that. So what you could do if you're looking to pass an eval, you know, you could you could just bracket above and below. You know, long here, short here. Full port looking for the points you need to pass. Full port looking for the points you need to pass. And just OCO the orders. And whichever one it tags you in on, you know, you hope it just keeps going and that it passes you. Now, obviously, that scenario is not 100% because most prop firms have, what, 2,500 in drawdown, and you got to hit a $3,000 target. Unless you're on a 25K account, and even then, the intraday trailing drawdown could get you. You just never know. Silver is still, yeah. I mean, silver's ripping. A little pullback here, though. Let's see if gold's trying to catch up here. It's trying. So gold broke structure. Still's not hit the first target yet. The entry would have been here. 4603.1. First target, $450, make you holler, 607. Second target, 700. Third target, 910. And then obviously your fourth target is the opening print up there for $1,370. A lot of times gold and gold and silver are kind of like ES and Nasdaq, right? They kind of follow each other, which is kind of interesting to watch. So you can see gold broke structure already first. It's hit target 1. It's on its way to target 2. Or silver. Gold has not even hit target 1 yet. But it probably gets there. It probably does. I'm not even paying attention to Nasdaq. Look at Nasdaq. Look at that shit. Tapped into that 1 minute, that 2 minute gap there and just rippage. ES back above 7,007. So, again, what do you got here on Nasdaq? I mean, look at this. A lot of wicks up here. A lot of wicks up in this area. I don't know that Nasdaq leaves that. Break structure here back to the upside delivery from this gap. I mean, we should run this. We're in the macro, so we should kind of run these highs up here. 897, retest of 900. I think 913 would be a good short area. Again, if you zoom out here on the 5 minute, got some down close untested wicks. 914, 915. Rejecting the trend line again. The thing is, like, at night, this happens a lot, right? Trend line, trend line, trend line. Just touch it 4 or 5, 6 times, and then it just blasts through there. Just generate liquidity and then take it out. I mean, overall, I'm bearish, but we just tapped into an hourly. We just tapped into a 2 minute. Like, at the end of the day, these are the areas that are going to tell you whether we go down or go up for the rest of the night. So, you don't really know. Gold's now tagging the first target and breaking out. I would assume silver's doing the same. Silver's at target number 2. You can see how these kind of follow each other. I mean, it's the exact same setup. 2 different metals, exact same setup. This one's a little more tame. Can still rip your face off, but a little more tame. Just buy silver every time it hits the 9 EMA. I don't even have the EMAs. Actually, I do have the 9 on here. It did ride that 9 up, huh? Once it kind of turned, it's just held the 9. But I'm on the 5 minute chart on gold and silver. That's what I like to use. First target there, bang. YM just grinding higher. So ES and YM, you know, at the highs there. Both of those are way stronger than Nasdaq. Nasdaq's just not as strong. You do have a little 5 minute setup here, looks like. Moving so slow, though. So slow. So we did break structure there. You can see we're kind of closing above. This candle should close above 20 seconds. You can scalp this for 10 points if you wanted. I'm not gonna. But you might could do it. You might could do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to be out too. Again, guys, we're up $130, $129 if you want to get technical. Trading effectively 1 micro, sometimes 2. For the most part, just 1, though. So we broke structure there on the 2 minute. We're going to see if this thing can run this trend line. If the 5 minute inverses, I think it's a pretty good sign. So Again, hit that like button, guys. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We'll be back tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. for the New York session. Then we'll be on My Funded Futures TV from 11:30 to 12:30 with Bull Barbie. And we'll be back here again tomorrow night, sometimes between 7 and 10 p.m. We'll be on live. A W is a W. That's right, Jonathan. So I do appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.
Nasdaq's a tricky trader, beware the fall. Technical tools may help, but watch your wall. Hirami candles flicker, inversions come and go. Protect your cash, don't let it all blow. Nasdaq's a nasty girl, don't go full port. She takes your cash in a flash, be careful with your heart. The opening range trade still bangs, but stay alert. Methodical man prefers inversions, get your cash and protect yours. Market warning, listen close and heed. Daily payouts can fool, but they're not what they seem. Be resilient, don't give up, keep your guard tight. Trading isn't for the weak, so stay in the fight. Inversions rise, Hirami fall. Stay cautious, don't let your capital stall. Nasdaq's a nasty girl, don't go full port. She takes her cash in a flash, be careful with your heart. The opening range trade still bangs, but stay alert. Methodical man prefers inversions, get your cash